interested in getting a peek behind the P&G curtain, now is your chance. The P&G Alumni Global Conference will be held in Cincinnati for the first time in a decade. On the Business Courier front page centerpiece this week, your chance to see inside P&G's Power Network. At least 24 former P&Gers who are now CEOs, as well as numerous others with C-suite titles, will be among more than 1,000 Procter & Gamble alumni who gather in Cincinnati in about 10 days. The P&G Alumni Conference enables former colleagues to reunite, make new connections, and perhaps even do business together. And locals who didn't work for P&G will have opportunities to attend and get tips that could benefit their own businesses. The public can pay to participate in an innovation summit on creating and marketing products, a Generation Now program focused on how young professionals should manage a career, a small business symposium on how to start a business. A Life After P&G Expo, essentially a trade show featuring small businesses and nonprofits launched by former Procter employees, will be free to the public. The P&G Global Conference is October 10th to 13th. Business Courier reporter Barrett Brunsman covers P&G and joins Business Courier editor Rob Dahlmeyer in the studio to talk more about the significance of this gathering. Barrett and Rob.
Peg, thank you. Barrett, thanks for being here. It's a very significant meeting for a couple reasons, which we'll talk about in a second, but one of the significant reasons is that the vote for the Nelson Peltz, the activist investor who is trying to work his way onto the board of P&G, that vote's coming due right at the same time as the conference. Is that correct?
That's right, Rob. The conference coincides with the annual meeting of shareholders at P&G. It's October 10 at P&G's headquarters downtown. In fact, it's such a big deal that there are so many P&G employees and former employees who are shareholders. They have a keen interest in the outcome of whether Peltz gets on the board. That shareholders meeting will be live streamed to the Westin Hotel where the conference is going to happen at the same time.
Wow. So let's talk about, you walk through this in the story, which is great. It's amazing how many national executives come from P&G. It's really stunning when you look at it.
Rob, it seems that P&G is essentially the cradle of CEOs. There are going to be 24 CEOs who are former P&Gers participating in this conference. There are going to be a couple dozen more former CEOs who are now retired. There will be dozens of current chief marketing officers, chief financial officers, chief operating officers. There are literally going to be well over 100, maybe a couple of hundred C-suite title people participating in this event. More than 150 speakers have been lined up.
Wow, it's amazing. Last question for you. For non-P&Gers, what's the best way for them to get involved so that they have the opportunities to learn as well?
Yeah, Rob, there are 3 themed conferences that coincide with the main conference, which is for alums, and the public is welcome to go to any of those side conferences. One's a small business symposium. It'll be held at Crossroads Church in Oakley, which is the largest church in Cincinnati, I believe, and coincidentally was founded by P&G employees.
Right, that's right.
But during that event, I think it costs $99. You can learn about how to start a small business, how to operate it, how to market it, and so there'll be all kinds of opportunities for the general public to get tips from some of the most impressive people in Greater Cincinnati.
Thank you so much. This is coming up in a couple weeks, and that'll be a big deal for Cincinnati, big deal for P&G, and I'm sure you'll be all over it.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for being here.